Shit about Tiny Bones. Wow, they didn't even have Bronco. That was the green-black deck. I think I'm going to take out Harvester of Misery. Frillback is interesting. Blowing up their enchantments and stuff. I could play Duress Negate to deal with some of that. I'm going to try a couple Frillback here. Maybe I'll lose one Portal. Let's try that. We'll try 2 Frillback. Alright. The Saarland. Berlin is just sad. Nice. My state is in a financial gutter with no end in sight. Sorry, Bash brother. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, you know what? Things get better, but you gotta make an effort to try and vote for the person who's actually trying to make things better. And making things better means, yeah, fixing some of the waste that happens in a lot of Western politics, North America and Europe. There's so much waste, wasted money, and corruption and graft and all this kind of stuff. But definitely don't vote for people who are just, their whole platform is hating other people or blaming other, you know, minorities or you name it for the decline. Everybody wants to point at the reason that, like, you know, Western civilization's in decline without actually saying it's because of stagnating wages and, you know, unaffordable homes. That's why birth rates and all this other stuff is declining. It has nothing to do with LGBTQ things or transgender. Like, people who try and pin it on that are complete grifters. Do not listen to idiots like that. They don't know shit. Don't believe that garbage. That is not what's causing a lot of our problems. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out one way or another. It's going to be painful before it gets better, but growing pains, right? Anyway. Let's play some Magic. Sure. Take a Philology Archaeologist. Need a black source here. It's weird that I have 4 of my 6 basics in my hand. But not much I can really... I think I'm still keeping this. As long as I have an island, it doesn't really matter, right? Sure. Deal. Nice. Archaeologist. Okay, pick up a whale. Not bad. Sure. The whale. This card's not very good. Not very good against me. It doesn't matter. Could ditch the island here, but I'm actually going to ditch forest. Another Dark Slick. Should have ditched the island, I guess. Pass. All these discard spells are 1 for 1, so every time they play one of these and I discard a card, they've used a card as well, right? So they're never trading up on any of this stuff. I think that's the thing that a lot of people forget. Like, people hate having their hand Duressed and Hopeless Nightmare. Like, people get really upset when they play against these mono black discard decks, but you have to maintain some perspective. Remember, these decks are not ever... They have to grind you out with this tiny little incremental advantage with their other stuff, because all these discard effects are 1 for 1. They're never pulling ahead with any of this stuff. They might make your hand go down to 1 card, but then they have 1 card because they've discarded their whole hand to make you discard yours. You know what I mean? So if you're in a top deck war when both of your hands are empty and you're playing a deck like this, you are almost always going to have better draws than them, because now that my hand is almost empty, every Duress, every Dreams of Steel and Oil, every Hopeless Nightmare they draw doesn't do anything anymore, right? Meanwhile, every card in my deck does something crazy. Wow, did I not get a spell there? Holy cow. Did not find a spell. I discarded my other green source. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I don't have any action here, but neither do they. We're both essentially top deck mode now. And if I hit any Squirming Emergence or anything, this game's just over, right? Oh, come on. Getting a little unlucky. Any of the cards that dig, Founding, Philology number 2, Picklock, Whale. Lots of the stuff I could find here. Cruelty, my other Cruelty. I know I have one in the yard, but there's still one in my deck. Any of that. They kept in Liliana against me. Oh my god, you are nuts. My opponent should definitely not be playing this against me post-board. That's crazy. Because Liliana gives me the choice what I discard usually, right? So, again, here's Liliana doing nothing now because I just have a basic land that doesn't really matter. She can make me lose a Philology Archaeologist, I guess, but then I just kill her with Picklock. They are gonna do it. Wow. Crazy. Take 3. Take another 2 from that. Just need to find a huge thing. So, luck of the draw here. Again, I have way more hits. Hopefully I find one, but no blocks. This can't really cast anything. So, let's see. Do I have a Duress in my yard or whatever? It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can't cast the portal. Whale. Okay, let's go to combat. Let's end Lily here. Whale is pretty good. What do I bounce, though? I could bounce Preacher. Could just bounce the Bandit's Talent. I think I'm gonna bounce Preacher. How many cards do I need? 1? 1 or fewer. Oh, okay. Cruelty? Sure. End the turn. They discarded the Preacher. Interesting. So we have Cruelty into Lumra, maybe? What do I have in my yard? I have Atraxa. Okay. Block. What else you got? What else do you have, friendo? Rotten Mouth Viper. Sure. Is that what they hung on to there? So I'm gonna take 4 then, I guess. Am I gonna... I'll just discard Plains, right? So what happens here? If I put... Atraxa into play... Sure. They did all the sacrificing, yada yada. I think I can ditch this. Sure. Ooh. Could find a Squirming Emergence here. Yeah, if I Cruelty back Atraxa, and then I only have 1 land, I won't be able to Bitter Triumph that snake. But I can discard this? I'll have a bunch of cards to discard, right? I guess it's just Cruelty. We'll see if we can beat him with Atraxa here. They need to either have a hard removal spell or yeah, a way to make me discard. But even then, I'm gonna have so many creatures here. I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm actually gonna take Picklock here, I think. Okay. Let's see if they can kill me. They need to be able to kill Atraxa. They've only top-decked 2 cards here. So if they hit at least 1 land, they've only got 4 swamps, so hopefully they hit a land here. Creatures, okay. Attack me? Deal. Let's discard Picklock. And Picklock? Who's 0 life? Eat you! Gain 7. I win. Okay. I could have gone Founding there instead. Nice. I like that. It's Founding into Bitter Triumph. I'll pay 3. I'm at 19 now. Go. Good game. Alright. And on to the last match. Mono Black goes down. Nice. I think we're 3-1. Let's see if we can get the 4-1. I'll see you in the next one. Alright. Let me catch up with you guys. West Virginia. Okay, interesting. The mill was disgusting, yeah. GG's. Why aren't people having kids? Failing to recognize. Yeah, it's the rich people are the reason other people who aren't rich aren't having as many kids. People can't afford to even buy a house to live in, never mind raise kids. It's wages that have been stagnating for decades as rich get richer and richer and the bonuses get bigger and bigger, and like all the wealth is concentrated in a tiny little sliver of humanity at the very top. That's the reason. It's not transgender people trying to turn your kids whatever, like that kind of crazy bullshit. It's so obviously bullshit on its face that it takes some real brainwashing and a real echo chamber of other people saying all this stuff to you for you to fall for that. It's like Scientology level craziness, right? It's just complete bullshit. The fact that there are laws being passed on stuff like this in places like the States is just, it's wild. This election is going to be a big deal in the States. Go vote if you're American, please. You don't have to do what don't vote for the people. I'm not telling you who to vote for. Don't make your own decision. But please use common sense. Read about what these people stand for and what they actually say. It's crazy. I just read an article. The founder of that Project 2025 just wrote a big piece talking about how dog parks are the reason for the death of the American family. Dog parks. That's why people aren't having kids, because we make it so easy for everybody to be a cat lady or a dog person. They don't have kids anymore. Really? I have a dog, but I would love kids too, but it's hard to afford. My wife and I have to plan extensively because that's the reason. It's money. It's not because of dog parks in the cities. It's crazy shit. But saying stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know if they believe their own bullshit. I think most of them are just televangelists. They know they're full of shit, but they just keep, pretending like they're, God's talking to them and whatever, and take money from people. I think most of them know their own, they know they're full of shit. They're grifters. But there are some that legitimately are so lost and ignorant. They believe some of this stuff. I really believe that some of them believe it. Karina,
welcome to the squadron. You are awesome.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. It's Wednesday. No practice today. Nice, Holoprince. Come home and watch Magic. Hey, Bloomburrow's good. Bloomburrow Standard is a blast. I hope that I want to have some big tournaments. I'd love to see the pros focus on Standard. That would be awesome. But right now it's a blast. Everybody's having fun. But I want to see what can really be done. I don't think we've seen the best decks in Standard yet. Not in their current forms anyway. Some of them are close. It's going to be what the archetypes are there, but getting the is it red white control? Maybe is it Jeskai? Aggro Convoke? Is it just blue white? Is it blue red? What are the best configurations of these archetypes? We have not seen that yet. I really want to see that. I want to see the pros start grinding this format. It's going to be awesome in a few months. Duskmourn will be out by then, I think, actually, or just before Duskmourn comes out. I think Standard RCQ season starts, something like that. You're off, Yago. Okay, take care. Watch Oppenheimer. Awesome. Yeah, it's an awesome movie. Go check it out. Yeah, have fun. Thank you, buddy. Take care. If you're getting more than one set in Blueburrow, it's reignited my interest in Standard. Yeah. Wait, what? Getting more than one set in Bloomburrow? I don't know what you mean by that, though. Like, Bloomburrow's a set. Yeah, Duskmourn's going to be... You mean more like a block of Bloomburrow, like multiple sets in Bloomburrow. That would be, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I like that they don't do the block thing anymore, because I remember playing competitive limited in block days, and it was not the greatest. Like, the second set in the block always struggled because they had to kind of carry over the mechanics from the first set, and it was just, there wasn't enough design space to do anything new. It always felt bad because it just felt like a pale imitation of the previous set. Like, the first set was great, and then the second set was like, okay, like, now you're jamming more of this same stuff in, and it's, So I don't know, it's weird. The block thing, you're right. Sometimes we're in a plane that's so sweet that I want to stay there. But I think it's for the best if we don't. But I know what you mean. Like an old block, yeah. Most undemocratic. Yeah, Stinol, it's a sad reality. It's bizarrely undemocratic. I mean, the US did such a good job spreading democracy to a lot of countries. Canada as well, and other, European countries. But it's bizarre that the American political system didn't become like everybody else and have multiple political parties. It's still the only democracy that decided to just have two political parties. That's crazy. Any political scientist, any of them, will tell you must have, there's very important things to have a functioning democracy. 4 to 8 political parties is one of them. That's the sweet spot for most political scientists agree. The exact number is different depending on who you talk to, but all of them will say it's got to be between 4 and 8 political parties. You have to have a free press. You have to have like there's a bunch of things you need, right? But you have to have proportional representation. That's something that every other country has. No other country does that bizarre electoral system that the States does. It's crazy. Where my vote matters less because I'm in a state that has more people. This other person from Wyoming counts for like 100 of the people over here. Like, what? That makes no sense. That is not proportional at all. That's a huge problem. So it's weird. You're right, Stinol. Like there's a lot of cleaning up to do there. Anyway, let's play Magic. Let's stop talking politics for a minute. I gotta record this. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are for the last round. We're 3-1. Let's see if we can get them here. We are on the play. I have a surveil land. I like Terror Tide because it catches us back up. Obviously, this is a very slow hand, but might be able to keep this. I think I'm going to try it anyway. This could be a mistake. Let's surveil on turn 1. Yeah, get that in the yard. Get the permanent train rolling. I've also got Fabled Passage here to put another permanent in the yard, so we're getting close to either Terror Tiding everything away very quickly, or randomly drawing a Squirming Emergence and being A-okay. I'm gonna leave that in the yard. I could take the Cruelty out, but this could be Domain, in which case they are very disadvantaged against us. So I like that. Pass. This guy's got power now, so I get to attack. Domain should be an easy match for us. Our record against Domain is almost 100% win rate. I think the only matches I've actually lost are because I punted. But let's go get a white source here, I think. I don't need another green, do I? Oh, did I mill my white source? Oh, I already milled it. Oops. Okay. My bad. Okay, guess I jammed this thing. Drawing both of our main deck Terror Tides, a little awkward here. I mean, I had the first one in my opening hand, then I draw the second. Not ideal, but... back into Paper Magic? Nice. Paper Magic is expensive, I know. Well, you know what, Hollow Prince, I mentioned this to another person as well. You should talk to your LGS owner. If you're a regular, or if you have any kind of rapport with the owner of the LGS, ask them. Just sit down and say, hey, you know what would be a great idea? I heard some other places do this, or somebody online, I don't know, tell them whatever, where you heard of it, but just say like, what about having shop decks? What about, they have a massive singles collection, right? They could easily build a bunch of decks for standard. They could build some shop decks. And that way you come to play, it's $5 to play FNM if you bring your own deck, it's $10 if you want to rent a shop deck. People would still do it. People would play or $8 or whatever you decide. Like, just let them rent the shop decks, keep the shop decks up to date, make sure they're good decks, and then do it that way. That's so much better. And then you don't have to spend $300 on a deck. You can just grind with your shop deck. You'll pay a little bit extra, but if you earn enough store credit, you'll eventually be able to buy your deck for hopefully cheaper, right? I could sweep here, but let's let them herd Migration first, right? We're going to go Lumra next turn, and then I can just slam Portal out of my hand. I'll block. That could be a way to get into it, Hollow Prince. Convince your store to work with the players like that. They might be able to do that. I know when I was in Seoul, we asked all the shops to do this, and all of them were like, that's a great idea. All of the shops had 4 or 5 decks. They always, every other week, they would update them and take one card out, tweak them a little bit, just based on MTG top 8 results or whatever, it's not even anything huge. I'm at 12. Yeah, let's Terror Tide here. I'm even gonna whale the max. Set him back a little bit. Yeah, I'll put lands in the yard because Lumber's gonna bring them all back, right? Oh, you like ramping?
Oh, you want to see me ramp, huh? Watch this, friendo.
Watch me ramp all of the lands into play here. My opponent's going to be Big Sag. Lum. Squirming. Okay. How about 16 lands? You like that? That's how you ramp. Sunfall my Lumra. Deal. This is gonna be bad news for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have a basic, so I'm gonna fetch with Fable here. We've still got 7 permanents in the yard. Didn't need to draw land there, though. Did not need to draw land. I'm less than 30% to hit land here now. Atraxa. Probably just gonna Jace them to death, I think. Founding. I can just grab another Atraxa here, probably. Squirms, Jace. I guess I'll take a Fable. Jace? Oh, wait. All of the cards, please. 42? I think we can do that. Maybe not this turn, but soon. Soon. Should probably just scoop now. You know what's coming. You know what's coming, though, right? No? Still no? Okay. They want me to do it? Fine. Maybe they... I'm not going to kink shame. Maybe they're into it. Maybe they like getting milled. I don't know. It's consensual. I'm happy to mill them if that's what they like. Yeah. Get a basic out of your deck before I mill them all. Founding. Let's mill you. Great. All right. 6 cards in the deck. That should be it. And Domain goes down in game 1. Let's go to post board. They're going to have Tranquil Frillbacks to eat my my stuff here. To eat my graveyard. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, just a basic Domain deck. They're playing the Cornucopias, but all they have is Leyline. I don't see Niv Mizzet or anything else. Temporary Lockdown, Sunfall, Get Lost, Archangels. The usual. Temp Lockdown, eat my Founding. Okay, okay. Oops. Top decked it. Could have Atraxed and found it as well, but, you know. Might as well just do this. Jace. Thanks for... I get to see their whole deck. Okay. Pass. So yeah, pretty basic Domain deck. All the usual suspects. They're not going to keep in temporary lockdowns against me. Leyline stay in. They probably have to keep in Sunfalls. Lightning Helix might go because they don't have any targets for that except Jace. I mean, killing a prankster or whatever, who cares, right? Jace comes in, Tidebinder comes in, Frillback is very good here. I could even see T-Rex being good. Harvester comes out. Terratide's still not bad to clean up a herd migration. The only times I've ever lost the game to Domain is when they have a very quick herd migration and we didn't find a Wrath. So I'm kind of tempted to keep this in there. Archaeologist can bounce. Whale is not amazing here. I think I'm going to cut 1 Whale. Cruelty is probably still good. Lumra. Cut like a portal. Maybe I'll cut 1 portal. And negate, you know, duress. Yeah, you can nab a herd migration, but really the threats are creature based, right? So I'm just gonna not side that stuff in. But Herd Atraxa is in consideration of getting banned, maybe. Yeah, Knight Errant of Eos. Yeah, I think Knight Errant is very powerful and to the point where it's almost certainly too good for standard. Like there's going to be a deck that's so explosive and powerful that, I mean, it's one of the reasons the Boros deck can kill you on turn 3. I could see Knight going. Atraxa is almost too good for standard as well. Like it is such an insane reanimation target, I feel like. But you know, I love that it allows these decks to exist. Like it allows Ramp to be like Domain Ramp is really good. Like finding that, you know, that playing that big Atraxa. Breach the Multiverse combo. Squirming Emergence. Like I don't think any of these decks would exist without Atraxa. So yeah, I know it sucks to lose to Atraxa, but I think Atraxa opens up so many more decks and ways of building decks in Standard that it should stay in Standard. If you cut it, it cuts away a lot of those kinds of decks. And I mean, if Atraxa, if Breach combo or Squirming Emergence was the best deck in Standard by a mile, then I could see banning Atraxa. But the reality is, none of the decks that play Atraxa are dominating Standard. You know what I mean? Like the Herd Migration, the Domain deck, you could argue that the reason that deck is so good is because of Leyline Binding and cards like Herd Migration and that stuff, not necessarily Atraxa, right? But that deck was, 20% of the metagame at one point, but it very quickly got reined in. So I don't think you should ban anything in Standard. I don't think anything is worth banning here right now. I'm going to keep this, give it a shot. But I know that people don't like Atraxa. Of course, it's one of the most powerful cards ever printed. Like it's one of the best reanimation targets ever printed. Right up there with, Herald of Anguish or whatever. Oh, man. I'm going to keep that. So I could understand, getting rid of it, but in Standard, it's not quite as broken as, Legacy Reanimator, or there's other Reanimator decks that are even more ridiculous. In those formats, like Atraxa is even more busted. This is still crazy though. Turn 3 Atraxa in Standard. Like I'm doing that, 30% of the time with this deck. That's crazy. That is almost too good. Okay, let's pass. I'm going to pick lock here. I could whale, but I never usually whale if I already have a land drop. Whale is to find lands. Pick lock and Philagi Archaeologist do not find lands. So, you know what? I'm going to actually let this resolve just in case they have a duress here. Okay, let's wait till end step. Yeah. Squirming in hand. Lots of permanents in the yard. I like that. Okay. I think I'm going to Jace here. And mill ourselves. 3 permanents. Good. Fabled Passage, that's a turn 4 Atraxa here. And that should be pretty damn good. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat that turn 4 Atraxa. So Atraxa is very good, but again, you take it out of the format, and I think the format is worse because of it. Like, for everybody. Like, there's just less decks that are possible. I think that's a bad thing. Net bad thing, right? Fabled Passage gives me 7 permanents here. They have a blue mana. They might negate this Squirming Emergence. I have 2 green. Blue. I have black, green in hand. I'm gonna try this. Let's see if they have a negate here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they're not gonna have a ton of those. We're gonna find more. We are gonna find more Squirmings. Or a Founding of the Third Path to recast Squirming here. Yep, eat the Jace. We'll get a Frill back to blow that up and get our Jace back at some point. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I am just gonna play this kicked, I think. Jazzy J. Could just deck them, but I think I'm gonna do this instead. Okay. So this is bouncing all the things. I can minus Jace again, and then I can bounce my own Jace and reset it. Whale is so flexible. You can bounce any permanent, even your own. Oftentimes you'll bounce a Founding of the Third Path over and over, like bounce Founding, mill them for 4, then, bounce Founding, play Founding again, Founding cast Whale again out of the yard, like, just keep doing that kind of stuff. Another Binding, okay. So be it. 2 cards left. We're running out of action. Well, that's probably an Atraxa there. I should just do that now, right? I guess I could take my time. Let's go Founding. I want to see if this resolves first. Yeah, let's just do this in Whale. I think this is probably better. Oh! No, they can't Leyline in... Yeah, in the middle of me resolving this, right? I don't need Lumra. Okay, now we mill before they get priority. Just mill you for the max here. Oh, last card Tidebinder, you luck sack. Sure. Jace is going to come back 4 more times. It's going to be okay. But wow, that was a lucky draw. They stopped me from milling with Jace there. Let's play untapped land here. And then I can go Founding, Bitter Triumph, discard a card. Don't need that. Picklock, pass. They've got Leyline Binding. We've got double Founding the third path. I'm going to mill them for 8. And then I'm going to Squirming Emergence. Bring back Jace. Maybe get Atraxa? Maybe I'll bring back Atraxa this time. They could Leyline Binding one of these. That's something. And they're looking at my graveyard. I can just cast the Whale again and bounce the Leyline, get the Jace back, or get the Founding, reset the Founding, or whatever. Yep. Don't need to do anything on our side here. Punch them in the face. Tranquil Frillbrack's kind of what I expected. That's their graveyard hate. They bring in negates. So, I'm going to cast Whale and Squirming, I think. Oh, they're going to bind here. Okay. They want to stop Foundings. They should have probably bound one of them already, but... Doki. Terror Tide. Let's go for the Squirm here. And let's just bring back Atraxa. Does that resolve? They might have top decked another negate. Very lucky. They have no card draw at all, so they're just raw dogging these off the top. Pretty lucky. But that's okay. They needed to draw very well, and they are, but we'll just keep drawing ways to bring back Atraxa. Okay. No creature lands here, unfortunately. I think I'm going to sandbag the Dark Slick. No, I'm going to play it. I might draw the... oh, no. Portal's in the yard, right? No? That was last game. I might draw a Portal. And then I can just hardcast Portal and bring back Atraxa with that on the next upkeep, right? So let's see if they do it. Man, the one loss we took this run was me punting against that very first deck where I should have just left up Doomblade. I think this was an easy 5-0, but... Oh, they're going to draw. Yeah, nice. Exactly 20. Very lucky. Very lucky. Okay. Gotta do better than that, though. Oh, and look at that mill. God, are they ever lucky. I had Atraxa on the top. Oh, there's another Atraxa. We play 4. Boom. And we're right back in it. Founding. Triumph. Land. Jace. Squirm. Let's go... Actually, I could just Squirming back a Jace right now, deck them. Yeah, let's just do that, right? That'll be lethal next turn. This is how you use Jace. That's how you do it. Leave them with 18. They've got to deal with Atraxa and the Jace in my hand and the Founding that brings back a Jace. Gonna be pretty tough for me to lose, I think. I have 20 cards. They could have another Jace. If they have multiple Jaces, then maybe I could lose, but that's it. Could have whaled Frillback. Oh, to rebuy Frillback. I like that Link Spit. Yeah, that's another tricky way to use Whale. Exactly. I didn't even think about that line. That's another way to do it. I don't know what's best there. I would have to go back to that spot. I should have thought about that. You're right. Yeah, rebuying your Frillbacks, rebuying your Founding, rebuying Jace. You can always do a lot of this stuff. I think we win. Sure. They got very lucky here. They did draw 3 cards. This was less lucky than before when they were just drawing off the top, but I don't think it matters. Let's go to 3. Squirm. Jace. Now they can't minus their Jace or they'll draw 3 and die. They have 1 card in deck. That's their last one. That's a GG. Man, could have had an easy 5-0 here. None of these matches were losable, I think. The only way we could have lost that first match was me not being very careful. That's exactly what happened, and I died. Sucks. But they could have another Jace to kill me here. Do you have a Jace? It's the only thing that matters. No. Yeah, that's it. Okay. 4-1 again. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. It's my fault. I screwed up that first round, but we're just... I feel like this deck is easy, a 5-0 deck easily. We can just grind these events. So hopefully we get the next one. I will see you there. Have a great week, everybody. Peace. Okay, that's for YouTube. Damn it. 4-1, come on. Because of my stupid mistake. That was so dumb. My bad. Damien squirming. Sure. Grind some gems. Okay, that's the event. Now let's do some other stuff. I heard this midweek magic is cancer. Don't look at any of these decks except Mice. Mice is the best deck. It's not close. Let's just get this out of the way. Get our styles. In the end. Oh, you mean the end. Yeah. To get rid of big threats. Yeah, but there's too many threats usually. Like the end is not a good removal spell, right? It's way too expensive. Oh my god, it's all alchemy nonsense. Someone told me there's a way to get Embercleave in your hand in this format. We'll see. Losing the die roll. Brutal. Need to find a white source as well. Hedge Maze. No idea what my opponent's playing here. White, green. Not going to read all those words. Way too many words. Oh, right. Ham and I mentioned this card on the podcast. Sun Shower. Oh, they're Bant. Sorry. Yeah, right. Bant. I do need white mana here, so I have to do this. Okay. Wow, these lands. Okay. 4-1's insanely good. Yeah, I just like the only match we lost, I had the win and I just wasn't careful enough. And my opponent needed to have an absolute nut draw. Like they spent like 5 spells that turn to do exactly 18 damage to me. I screwed up. I should have just left up 1 Doom, and I had it in my hand. I had the 2 mana to do it. I just decided not to do it, and I lost because of that. So that was done. Thank you, Link Spitfire. Appreciate that. I try, but remember, everybody, when you see me play a deck, even if I take some losses, you need to, if the deck does well enough, you need to try it on your own. Because a lot of my losses, I'm not, like, sounds like me making excuses. I'm not a great player either. Like, I'm not a pro player, but I make a lot of mistakes because I'm streaming. It's hard to do when you're streaming. Any deck that I play, you should add like 3 or 4 win percentage points to it if you play it. Like if I'm 65% with that Squirming Emergence deck or 70%, you're going to probably be 75 because you will not be playing it and talking to chat and doing bets and do like all the stuff we do. You'll be crushing with it, right? Like it should be better for you guys than it is for me. Just by virtue of the fact that I'm streaming, it just makes it harder. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Gains haste. Damn. I'm gonna go Mabel here. Make this thing. No attacks. Next turn we can trigger this with the flame. Or and play a 2-drop. Set up the Seed Glaive for the turn after. This is gonna pump the Seed Glaive, right? A creature in play and in hand. This thing's insane. Yeah. Okay. Ace Flockbringer. 3 mana, 3/3, cast a creature spell without flying, conjure a duplicate into your hand. A duplicate has flying. Okay. Interesting. How did you like the list I posted? I thought it was good. I haven't played it, though. Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks good. 22 lands, all aggressive. I mean, it's soft to temporary lockdown, but you can still play around it and beat it, and like you get them low enough, even a temporary lockdown, they could still lose. I just don't like that you can't get a temporary lockdown off the board, but that's what I kind of meant by like it's so good against you, because if they resolve it, you're not getting things back, like the way Boros can blow up a temp lockdown and stuff still. Recruit instructor. Whenever one of our mice you control attack, draft a card. This is the guy. Apparently, there it is. Embercleave is in this guy's goofy ass spell book. Holy shnikes. Okay, well, we'll play him. We'll play this. Just give this the money. Swing. Draft a card. Oh man. Take Unleash. Like, the spellbook stuff is a perfect example of all the things wrong with alchemy, right? These spellbook cards, you're introducing a massive amount of variance to a game that already has a ton of variance. You know what I mean? It's just, it's bad. It just makes for crazy, wild crapshoot games like that. I get it for Commander. That's what Commander's for. You're doing crazy stuff. Everybody mill 20 cards, and everybody gets to do this, and everybody puts a creature into play, and now we're doing this. Like, great, that's fun. But for competitive Magic, we're trying to like determine who are the best players in the world right now. What are the best decks in these formats? Like, you need specific rules for that. And to throw more variance into that kind of a thing, like Alchemy will never be a real format because of that kind of stuff. It's way too much random goofy shit like that. Spellbooks, like, it doesn't matter if I have this whole thing 15 cards memorized. I still have no choice over what it's giving me. It's going to give me a selection of 3 of 15, right? That's bananas. That's like, I think it's so silly. Anyway. Mice is so strong, worry about longevity within the standard format. You worry... Oh, you're talking about it in standard. Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to be good enough for standard either, yeah. Exactly, Holoprince. Yeah, there's not going to be that kind of stuff. Hot Sizzle with the 24! Hot Sizzle, I told you I want to give you intro music. Why haven't you let me give you intro music yet? Message me with the intro music you want, and I'm going to make it happen. Hot Sizzle, you are a legend. Thank you for the sub, man. 2 years of support. I appreciate that. I wasn't on the play, was I? I don't think I was. We've got the Glaive plus the Unleash. I could even equip here. Let's just go to combat. I pumped that guy, this guy. Who has Vigil? This guy has Valiant. Sure. Punch. Not you? Maybe not you. I should have left up double red here for Embercleave. Another Unleash. I can get the same spell twice? I guess the spell book just keeps giving you 3 of the 15. The 15 don't actually decrease, right? Wow. Guess so. Double the power? Actually, that's not amazing, is it? I thought it was going to give double strike. No, double the power. Sure. Trigger Valiant, and then double the power. That's 10. Okay. No, white-red mice, when I was talking about the mice deck, I was talking about this stupid midweek Magic event. If it's the standard you're talking about, yeah, no. These decks, I mean, there's just not enough mice in every set for this deck to get any relevant cards. Like in Duskmourn, are we going to see a single mouse, let alone one that's really pushed and it would be good enough for like the standard constructed mice deck? Probably not, right? Lizards too? Like as that, like this is like a toxic deck. It's like the Bat Toxic deck. It's a one set deck, right? The mice, the lizards. They said apparently, like, okay, Scoop mentioned that the Wizards apparently went on the record and said they're going to seed more of these creature types into the future sets, but even if there's 3 mice in the next set, like, what are the odds one of them is going to be good enough? Like, very low, right? Otaku, I see your message. Give me a second. Random Hero.
Thank you for the follow, friend. Random Hero indeed. You are a goddamn legend.
Thank you, buddy. Otaku, not sure if you covered what thoughts on the return of GPs. I like them. I mean, again, MTG posted in our Discord and we were talking about it. I think they're better than nothing. So I think they're good. They, is that only 9? I don't know if I can win this game. They are very good. But Might of the Meek into my hand. Oh, that thing, right. Okay. Okay. If I can find 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna go 3 tree battalion here. Oh man, I needed the other guy. Go to combat. So we've got trigger, trigger, trigger. Okay. Spellbook. I need to find an Embercleave off the top. Damn it. I'm only 4 attackers here. Give everything trample though. And +2/+2. They're all non-human, except this idiot. You're working with mice! Yeah, that's lethal right there, right? These things tap to do something? You control, yeah. This only triggers the first time, which kind of sucks. Oop. All right. Game 1 in the books. Mice. Thank you, Random Hero. Appreciate that. So yeah, the GPs. I think they're great because we had nothing before that, Otaku, right? So it's better than nothing, but it's still nowhere near the GPs. The GPs were like every month, every few weeks we had GPs. Every 2 weeks, something like that, right? In their heyday. Now it's 5 in a year. 5? That's like, those are like pro tours. They're gonna come around once every like 3 or 4 months or 2-3 months, whatever. Like, not to mention there's only 1 in Japan in a year and 1 or 2 in Europe in a whole year. Those are almost like pro tours. So I'm happy to see something like that come back. High stakes, big prize pool, like great, sure. But I want more. Like it doesn't have to be 50K. Just make it like a regular 10K every month. Like the GPs used to be or whatever, right? Like something like that would be much better, but it's just not worth it for them to do. But yeah, Hot Sizzle, give me a song, dude. This is Alchemy. We're just doing this midweek magic thing. Mice from older sets being played in those decks. Lizards too. Really? See, I don't know about that. Like what? What mouse? Are we playing mice from other sets? Oh, because Wilds of Eldraine might have had a mouse or two. But I don't know. I don't see it. I would be very surprised if these niche... Like, I think the only maybe archetypes that might have actual legs would be, like, rats and... rats, maybe bats, but probably not even bats. Just rats are the most common type, right? Out of all those creatures in Bloomborough. Like, you're never going to see raccoons come back. I don't think they're ever going to push that, right? That would be crazy. But... Lizard... There's a random lizard sometimes, sure. Yeah, but this is like 1 or 2 cards over 4 sets. You know, like that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's not enough. Like, that's not enough to keep the deck relevant. I mean, consider other decks that are getting tools every single set, right? Like, Domain can just play any card from any set in any color. Anything super powerful, any mythic that comes along that's really busted, they're just going to snap it up. Oh, I guess I should have let on red. Oh, I thought that came in tap for some reason. What? Mojo! Raid me, Mojo. Raid me. Thank you for the raid, dude. Give him a shout out. Raid me again. Let's go Prairie Survivalist here. Thank you, dude. Go give Mojo some love. Give him a shout out. This plus? This will get permanently plus. Yes. Thank you for the follow, Link Splitfire.
Link Spitfire, you are awesome, I can tell already. Thank you for the follow.
Forager comes down. Deal. This is a fever dream. We're gonna be done with this soon. We'll be back to your regularly scheduled proper formats, but just let me get this nonsense out of the way first. Put a counter on it. Swing. I do want to deal with that forager. Oh, I have to spend red. Yeah, never mind. That doesn't work. Okay. Might of the Meek in my hand. You get bigger. You get bigger. I swing for 1. Okay, getting ready to punch. Monstrous Rage? This deck is nasty. Oh, the Lightning Bolt? I was the starting player though, right? Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, they were the starting player. So this is Lightning Bolt. If you were not the starting player, yeah. Let's see if I can draw a land here. Squirrels. Food. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody from Mojo's stream. We are playing a lot of different formats, but well, no, on Arena we play standard really and limited. I'm not crazy about this limited set. I don't know if you don't play much limited, Mojo, but anybody in your community, if you guys have drafted this set, I find it to be mediocre. The mechanics, the kind of linear nature of the set, and yeah, not a great one for me, but I know some people are liking it. So usually we'd be playing a lot more limited in this early stage of the set dropping, but I think I'm happy to play standard these days. Okay. Let's punch them in the face really hard. What does this do when I trigger it? This gets a counter. This thing got pumped. I want to draw cards. Just do max damage and let them gain life or whatever. This guy is scary, but I don't think they can take an entire turn off to fetch a squirrel. Starting intensity. Draw X cards, lose X life. Okay. Wow. When it enters? Oh, so it just triggers once. Okay, but then the more you play, the better they get. I see. Okay. Let's see what they can do here. They can't activate food anymore. Okay, I think that's gonna be lethal then. We got Shove Aside and Monstrous Rage. Triggers. Guess I'll zap this. Yep. Whenever you sack a thing, seek a card? Where did that come from? Okay. One, and then I put this. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go here just so it survives, right? Kadoosh. Put him to 3. It's Massey! Or it's Massel?
Welcome to the squadron, it's Massey. You are awesome.
Thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate you. Let's get this over with. Mice.
It's a mouse world, baby. You're just living in it. Now bow down to your furry rodent overlords.
Let's see if they do it. They've got to get down and bow. Wait for Fade. How you doing? Yeah, Jump. When Star City did those weekly tournaments, they would have like Standard and Legacy back to back. Oh my god, that was so awesome. I miss Legacy tournaments. Watching really, really good pros and grinders play Legacy. Oh, that was awesome. But I never get to see that anymore. There are no big Legacy tournaments. Actually, people loathe Legacy right now. It's absolutely in shambles. They need to ban Grief, or they're not going to ban Psychic Frog. That would be insane. They should just ban Grief, but I get a bunch of gems. I guess that's the best style I could possibly get, right? Okay, last one. Great day, nice. Yeah, doing well, Wait for Fate. Thank you, buddy. I'm I'm trying to think of different stuff going on. There's a lot going on with my life in terms of my wife's business is doing great. She's expanding. We're thinking about opening another location. She's got 2 studios, Pilates studios, and we might open a third because one of her studios, she's so good. She's so good at what she does that word spreads. Especially she's Korean, so the Korean community here in Vancouver, they hear about her. She has a wait list of clients to want classes at her studio. She's got teachers. She's been doing a training program and certifying teachers. Now she's got teachers who they need more students. There's not enough space to have more teachers, and there's a waiting list of clients. It's like she's doing great. It's the best problem you could possibly have, right? She's basically just she should, like, we weren't going to open another location this quickly because it's a dangerous thing to do. When we were living in Seoul, South Korea, she had I got her to quit her job and start her own studio doing this stuff. She started her own studio, did really well, and then she decided to expand. She took on a business partner, and they opened a big studio, really big studio, and invested a bunch of money. Had like a professional interior design company come in and do all the layout, blah 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 blah, and it just ended up being a massive money pit. And then COVID hit, and all the big gyms and big studios had to kind of shut down. So we decided to do something like more a boutique kind of thing. So a very small studio. You can have like maybe 6 or 7, clients in there, a group class of 3 and like 3 or 4 other people. And that's it. So like 3 teachers teaching or 4 teachers at the most. And that way you could still keep under the restrictions for that kind of stuff if that kind of thing happens again, which it could. Opening a big, huge gym with a ton of overhead and all this other stuff is a huge liability, right? Hold on, let me think about this. This guy has haste? Yeah, I mean, we're just going to jam this, right? So anyway, the problem is now, we're out of space. So we've got to open another location. So she's looking at like, commercial. We're looking at commercial real estate and stuff. But it's a good problem to have. So she's doing great. Me, on the other hand, I'm doing nothing. I'm useless. But yeah, channels, well, I don't know, my channel's kind of growing, I guess. These days I'm getting a lot of codes from developers because I'm a Twitch partner and everything. I found a couple websites where I can reach out to developers. They pay me money to play a game, and I'm not talking about like Raid Shadow Legends here, but like a real, like actual game. Like I got Riven and Enshrouded, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre just came out. I'm going to play that this weekend. So that's good, at least. That's growing. The articles, I think, are going well. You guys can see my articles on mtgcircle.com. There's the link. So all of that stuff's kind of going, but her business is like skyrocketing. I'm just like slowly grinding. But we both love what we do, and that's important. And living in Vancouver's tough. It's very expensive. Vancouver is one of the most expensive cities in... Hold on. You know what? I'm going to go wide with this first. I'm going to go bluff attack here. There's no way they block, right? Yeah, let's get the bluff attack first. As soon as I tap out, then they know I'm not going to be able to pump my guy, and I don't have an attack there. So let's do this. I'm setting up for a big pump here. I can go Seedglaive Mentor, attack, Might of the Meek, pump the entire team. Yeah, that'll be good. Ooh, Lord Skitter, indeed. Teaming up with this Nightmare, you've sunken very low, Lord Skitter. Oh, this guy died. Ooh, sorry. They exiled the card from my yard and this guy died because he went to 0 power. Ugh. bit of a non-bow there. Yikes. Oh, that guy is very good, but I'm gonna Might of Meek here. Punch face. Lord Sketa, indeed. You shall die, Sketa. You shall die 1,000 deaths. I'm gonna pump this guy, I think. And draw a card? Holy crap. Mice are nice. Smoltron, what's up? A stay-at-home dad? Except I like a boss, yeah. Except I have a baby that's covered in fur and likes to... He's a piss connoisseur, my dog. My dog is a urine connoisseur. He delicately samples the dog urine that's covering the leaf of a plant or trickling down the corner of a wall. He approaches it, he smells it. I'm watching his... I can see his face. He's like this. I can see his nose going, and then he goes... He does this. He takes a tiny little taste of that urine, and he swishes it around in his mouth a little bit. He's like, yes. Tastes like terrier with a mix of something. An Akita, that's what it is. Like it's like he knows what breed the pee he's tasting. I don't know. It's bizarre. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Let's 3-tree whatever this thing's called. Yes. Do I do Pilates? No, but I've done it a couple times and it's great. It's actually legit pretty awesome. So I get a copy of this, but it's a 1/1. But is it legendary? Under a duplicate of that card, yeah. Huh. I guess I'm gonna bring this into play. Nah, let's wait. Wait one turn. I don't know if that's correct, but I've done Pilates before, so I used to work out a lot. I've worked out since I was in high school, and not consistently, not very well. Like for periods of my life, I was in really good shape. At one point, when I was buddies with a lot of other guys who were like semi-professional bodybuilders, and we all used to go to this big Ironman gym, I just wanted to get as big. Like it was young, like an idiot, like typical. A lot of men who start going to the gym for the first time when they're young. They just want to bulk. They just want to be big, right? A lot of my friends were taking, creatine and all this other stuff. And I ended up moving out of my parents' place and realizing like I can't maintain this. I'm not a big guy. I'm not a tall guy. I can't be like, I think the most I ever weighed was about 77 kilos or something like that. Which is, I don't know what that is, like 165, 170. But I looked too big for my height. Like it was weird. I looked boxy almost. And at that time, I think I looked good. But I see pictures now, I'm like, ugh, I'm an idiot. And it was too difficult to maintain. It was too expensive. You know how much shit I was eating? When I lived with my parents still, I ate like a king and it was no problem. But then you move out and you're like, I can't keep doing this. This is going to ruin me. This is pretty insane. That one. Yeah, let's just punch. And so I slimmed down and stuff, but I still try to work out and be in shape. I've worked out my whole life. I've read lots of books about, fitness and all kinds of nutrition and working out and bodybuilding books. And that's part of it. For every hobby I have, I become a student of it. And I just read as much as I can and learn as much as I can, ask people questions. But my wife started doing Pilates. And at that time I was still working out. I was an actor. I was on TV and doing other stuff, had to stay in shape. And my wife was like, try Pilates, try it. And I did. And after I was like, holy shit, like I'm actually sore still. Like a lot of workouts, like I'm not getting as sore as I used to, like after you plateau after a while a little bit, right? And I did Pilates and I was like, holy shit, like I'm actually like sore in places that I'm using. That means I'm using muscles that I don't usually use. That's great. That's always what you should be trying to do in any kind of weightlifting, bodybuilding, working out, even martial arts. You're trying to like always doing the same routine is bad. You always need to be switching it up. Not every workout, but like you do the same routine for like 2 months or 3 months. Then you do a different routine, different exercises, maybe different equipment. Now you're using kettlebells or whatever else it is. Pilates was so different. I found myself sitting up. I have really bad posture. And the day after doing the Pilates the first time with my wife, just to, because she knows what she's doing, and she hates doing it with me. She's like, "You're so bad," because I'm not flexible. I can't move my my leg up and do this and But the next day I was sitting up straight without even trying. Like to like hold myself like straight like this, I have to kind of like flex my core a little bit and try and I have to try to sit up straight, But the day after I did Pilates, I didn't even have to try to sit up straight. I just did. I was just doing it without even thinking about it. It was weird. I attack? That's lethal. But Pilates was awesome. I was a square. I looked like, I have a buddy like this. He was really big, and I remember telling him, dude, like, you're too big for your height. You're like 5'8", and you're like this really built. Like, he was really strong and everything, but I don't know. I found after a while, you want to be, I just want to be the right weight for my height, my body, like what I feel comfortable at. I don't have to like try and force feed myself to like maintain it or whatever. Okay, so we get this thing. Great. Worth it. Oh, God, that midweek magic. Just quick 3-0 with the mice. Play the mice. They're insane. Let's go back to Squirming Emergence here. No, why would you switch me to to Alchemy? Little Emergence. That what's that? Freedom units, yeah. About 175. I think right now I weigh about 150. I probably weigh like 150, 155 now. I shrink when I don't go. I haven't been to the gym in over almost a year, actually. September, end of August. It's been about a year exactly. That's when I stopped last year. And I'm bad. I'm lazy. I never go, like if I go 4 days in a week, that's a good week. And I'm like, I feel great and everything. And so I take a day off the next week and I go 3 days. I'm really bad at resting on my laurels. For those of you who know that expression, I'm really bad at that. I was like that in school. If I aced the exam or whatever, the next test that we had, I just don't even need to study for. I got 90 on the last one. If I get 60 here, it's like it averages out to like a 70 or whatever. That's fine. And my parents, it drove my parents crazy. But weightlifting, working out was the same. When I accomplish something, I feel like I now can work less hard. When really you shouldn't do that. It's a big problem of mine. I struggle against it all the time. Hello. But, we all struggle with different stuff. Okay. Let's go. Founding of the Third Path. Ooh, I picked up that fairy, but I think... Well, you know what? Yeah, maybe I will fairy here. It's not a good hit. I could Bitter Triumph, but... Yeah, I don't know. If I minus this guy... Okay, so they can't pump it. Okay. Harvester of Misery coming back would be insane, but I don't think I can make that happen. Not bad. Mill 4. There's a Squirming. So next turn I can Squirming back. You can Squirming back to Harvester of Misery if I want. Oops. I'm gonna Squirming back the one with the multiverse though, right? Just gonna kill this now. I could leave up a removal spell. I don't know. I can't remember what they have. I think they have something that gives +3/+1 and indestructible. That lizard combat trick or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna bring back one with the multiverse and cast the tracks out of my hand, and that's probably gonna be GG. But nice try. Why would you play fair magic when you can play completely unfair, busted-ass magic? One with the multiverse. I drew Portal to Phyrexia, bro. Good night. Good night. Oof. Oof. Portal and one with the multiverse. Just 15 mana worth... No, more than that. 16 mana? 17 mana worth of spells on turn 4? Go. Oh, and the Squirming Emergence. 20 mana worth of spells on turn 4. You're not... Richard Garfield is spinning in his hyperbaric chamber. Rabbit versus rats? No, yeah, that's the Midweek Magic Smoltron, yeah. Play mice. Mice. Mice is the only deck you should be playing. It's the only deck that matters. Oh, man. Just bring back Harvester, right? Eat that Ember Heart. We're done here, man. Scoop it up. You're done. You didn't even find a third land. Come on. Come on, come on. Scoop it up. Thank you. Alright. Next. Malicious Eclipse and Terror Tide are going to be good here, obviously. Jace can bounce. Cruelty of Gix is kind of crappy here, and I'll cut one whale. This is usually my anti-aggro package. I cut the cruelties, I cut one whale, and I cut Jace. And I bring in all the sweepers. So now we have 6 sweepers plus 4 Bitter Triumph. Should be good. We can even founding back a sweeper if I want. So we'll try this. But yeah, the Mice deck is ridiculous in that midweek Magic. Don't play any of the other decks. You'll just have a bad time, I think. But there's an Alchemy card, Smoltron, in that Mouse deck that puts Embercleave into your hand. Or it has a chance to put Embercleave in your hand. Like, what? What? Why would you put that card in a spell book for an aggro creature? Anywho. Yeah. Yeah, grant some events. Have you played it on the ladder? On the you're in Mythic, right? So have you played it on the ladder yet at all? Or ooh, Malicious Eclipse is nice here. Let's put a blocker into play. Malicious Eclipse out of the yard. Damn it. Well, I was hoping to catch them with it, but then this idiot put one in my hand. I only have 2 in the deck. How did he find the second one? God damn it. Okay. Are they mono red Wait, they were lizards in game 1, right? Am I high? They were lizards in game 1. Rage. Sure. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? I'm gonna take some damage off this idiot. I might have to whale him. That sucks, but not much I can do. Didn't turbo mill this game, and they had the play this game. Oh, they're just gonna target that guy. Okay. Nice. With the land. Like that. Bitter Triumphs? Any Bitter Triumphs? I could picklock into a Bitter Triumph, I guess. Oh, now they have 2 of them, so I am gonna die here, I think. Yep. Land is not gonna help me. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. There's no chance. Not a chance. I survive this. Maybe there's a chance. Nope. Okay. Nice, nice. I'll go back on the play this time. Oh, did they say good game? Dude, god damn it. We don't good game at halftime, homie. We don't say good game after the first period. That was the second period. Now we're going... You don't play hacky? Oh, you don't play hacky, eh? You're not from Minnesota. Well, alright then. Cool. Go on. Get a brewski later down at the pub. I'm gonna play... Keep. Get green on turn 1. You're cracking Fable turn 1 almost every... Like, anytime you have it in your opening hand, you're just jamming it on turn 1. Almost every single game. You're never waiting till turn 4 with this deck, right? Putting permanents in the yard is paramount, and... so let's Archaeologist first, get the blocker into play. And you need that green source, right? You need 3 colors. Okay. Terror Tide in hand, not bad. 3 permanents in the yard. All lands, which... God, did not want to draw 3 lands there, so that's great. Or, sorry, 2 lands and a spell. Yeah. Triggers. Sure. Still blocking. Let's see if they have Monstrous Rage. A deal. Oof. Eclipse not really cutting it, huh? Am I gonna whale here? I'm gonna Terror Tide next turn, right? Yeah, let's just kill this idiot. I'm gonna discard Malicious Eclipse. They know I have Terror Tide. I probably don't need 2 Wrath effects here. We're gonna mill ourselves for 4. I might even be able to whale full power here. That would be great too. We'll see. They got stuck on 2 land last time. They're obviously playing a low land deck, but they find more land. But now they've spent 2 of their 3 land this turn, so they can't do much. Maybe play a 1-drop, Monastery Swiftspear. Let's go. They know I have Terror Tide, so they're probably not going to play Swiftspear here or any creature. I wouldn't. Save it for next turn. We'll see. Staying with Breach combo, okay. So you're only playing the mono black deck in the events. Weird. Strike your face. Yeah, exactly. Mill 4 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Easy. Easy. Value Town. Let's go. I don't have a Squirming in the graveyard, so I'm going to Picklock on end step here. Rather, I could play it as a 1-3 here. I'm still at 15 life, though. We're also digging 3 right now. I might even find a Squirming off of this. Let's see. Oh, hi, Mark. So hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I ditch the Squirming here, keep the land, then I can just cast the Squirming out of my yard. So how many permanents do I have now? I have 8. I'll still keep it, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Pass. Also, if I'm gonna Picklock, I could mill a Squirming here, right? If I mill a Squirming, it's probably gonna put it in my hand, though. Whatever. Either way, I'm fine. If I find a land, then I can double spell. I can cast Whale out of the yard off Founding, and then 3 mana for Squirming. But I don't think it matters how we play this. It should be enough to kill them here. Ruckus. Give it haste. No, give it menace and trample. Sure. Doki. Knock knock ginger. Flaming bag of poop on your doorstep. Yeah, it's a prankster. Another Squirming. Okay, I need a land here. Darn. Yeah, let's just whale here. Because I will find an untapped land off the whale, right? This is better. Show me an untapped land in the top 3, please. Doing some fun stuff with Founding. Founding is such an awesome card. No land. God damn it. Okay, unfortunate. I think I'm going to leave up Bitter Triumph here. And I'm just going to untap Squirming Emergence like Atraxa here or whatever. And we win. Sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, they still draw a card even if the target fizzles. Wow. Not bad. Emerge. Squirming. Probably gonna be lights out there. I'll take Fabled Passage and I guess another Squirming? Sure. Okay, get an island probably here. Could get a forest. Could get the plains. I'll get a forest. And pass. Good night, sweet prince. Yeah, land off the top kind of sucks, but GG, GG. Now we can say GG. No, they don't want to. They don't want to say GG now. Okay. They were happy to say GG when they won the game, but they don't like saying GG when they lose the game. Uh-huh. Classic. Classic. Bush did 9-11. Guy Geyerson. Genius. High IQ comment there. Squirming. 1169, yep. Yep. Strike your face. No, GG. They said, none for you is always how it works card. Yeah, basically. No, there's good games that, like, you know, I lose games, but I'm like, that was a great game or whatever. I think that, again, we talked about this earlier. GG. Is this person at 0%? It's gonna pop in when I accept the die roll, right? How is this person at 0? Wow. Is that... Something's wrong there. I'm gonna mulligan this. How are they a mythic 0%? This is their goofy account where they just scoop every match. They're trying to tank it. Trying to tank that MMR. I'm so confused right now. They must be tanking on purpose. I've never seen it go to 0, though. 0. Not even mad. It's incredible. How did you pull that off? I just want to scoop to you right now just to break your 0%. They're trying to win, though. Hey, wait a minute. It's not adding up here. Is Zoraline that bad? Or, like, are you trying to kill me right now? What's happening right now? Something strange is going on. Full 8 on turn 3? Easy peasy. Give me that goddamn spell back, you savage. Hold up. You know what I'm gonna do? Bounce my founding. Bang. You can have the bitter triumph. I don't need it. Keep that. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Alright. Higher than first place, yeah. Damn, this is the final boss. This person exists outside the ladder. The normal rules of physics don't even apply to them.
They're made of cosmic energy, primordial stuff, and their MMR is absolutely garbage.
I guess I'll take another one of these. You can never go wrong with founding, right? Eventually it's gonna found us a win con. No? Not funny. It's not funny. It's stupid. Stupid. Idiot. Stop making stupid jokes. I'm not gonna... my jokes are stupid. Shut up. You're making it worse, you fucking moron. I'm just gonna not... I'm gonna not talk. Okay, let's do this. I need to find a squirming emergence here. Take back your clunky mid-range silly bullshit. Look at that, this rabbit looking all cute. Oh, you're holding hands with a bats. Bats don't even have hands. They do though, don't they? They're like wyverns. Wyvern? You know what I'm saying. Is it just Jazzy J here? I guess it's Jazzy J. He used to DJ for Will Smith in the 90s. You kids, you Zoomers don't understand. I'm gonna play a fairy. No more bat attacks. Do bats have hands? Does this bat have a hand? No, the hand is the wing, right? Oh no, wait, dragons have arms, wyverns don't. Wyvern just has like the bat, like they have like claws on their wings, right? Am I crazy? Hollow Prince, what's up? 2-run platinum, nice. Average diamond, yeah, that's fine too. Hollow Prince, you don't play as much as people like me. I'm a sick man. I'm a very sick man. There's a lot of things wrong with me. That's why I play this much Magic. You are better off for not getting Mythic every season. The people who try and get top 250 Mythic every season should be in therapy. I'm sorry, I wish it wasn't that. I wish there was another way to put it. The reality is, we shouldn't be playing this game this much. It's fucking crazy. They're gonna bring this back, I guess? What do I do here? I kind of like just Jace. I mean, we've got 20 cards in the yard. Let's just draw just draw infinite cards here, right? 3 mana, then I go Founding. Hold up. I'm actually gonna go minus... I'm gonna go 3 mana Jace here. Because I get to draw 3 cards, and I leave 2 mana up. I might actually be able to... Squirm. Ooh, mama. I'm not going to play Founding. I pass. So we've got one with the multiverse. Yeah, so I'm just going to bring back one with the multiverse and then slam Atraxa. I could also portal here. Portals. I mean, anything that costs 8 or 9 mana is going to be great right now, but one with the multiverse lets me cast 17 mana worth of spells this turn, right? So kind of a no-brainer. 0%. I am, and they're fighting. They are trying to win this game. So I don't know what happened here. Something very bad happened. Ooh, take my squirming. Lucky bat. Lucky bat. Let's see if I find a way to kill a bat. Oops. Found a way to kill it. Could just Terror Tide here. I think I'll just do that. No rush. No rush on the reanimate thing. We'll play 17 mana worth of spells next turn. But Mom! No, you heard me. First kill your creatures, then you can have dessert. Then you can reanimate. Oh, in Mythic, it's not a thing. I didn't know that. Wait for Fate. Okay. The goal of top 250. I thought it was. Top 1200. Oh, does it give you playing points? I didn't even know that. I don't go for anything. I just get Mythic and I get my rewards or whatever, and I move on. But, white-black mid-range, dies to all the things. Jace Tidebinder. Malicious Eclipse is interesting. I'll try Eclipses. I don't know about Jace. I guess I could leave in the one Jace. Take out the Archaeologist. They're playing all flyers. That guy's not going to block anything. There's nothing wrong with playing this game 16 hours a day, sure. With Portal? Well, in the sideboard, they definitely could. So as soon as you see Caretaker's Talent, they could have Sunder the Gateway. That's a really interesting way to blow up artifacts and enchantments. But other than that, yeah, Get Lost, Destroy Evil, like a lot of the stuff they bring in won't touch it. Lauren is another way they could blow it up that a lot of white decks will play out of the sideboard. So maybe. They could definitely blow up Portal. Some decks cannot. Like the Boros control deck, I don't think that deck has a way to get Portal off the battlefield. Some control decks can't do it. Blue-white can't do it. They don't have March of the Otherworldly Light anymore. They just can't get a Portal off the board. And you just keep bringing... You bring back Atraxa, they can't counter. It's like it's GG against them, right? This is ugly. This is like Stephen Miller ugly. I have to mulligan this hand. Oh, God. I went from Stephen Miller to Steve Bannon. It's even uglier. Keep. Ugh. God damn it. Okay, well, we might still be able to pull this out. Okay. Not the worst. Annoying, but they take our Bitter Triumph. It's Founding that matters here, not Bitter Triumph. What does this do? Gain a life. Sure. Really? Okay. Huh. Lou, what's up? Just getting here now? Still squirming, yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I could go to another deck, but the thing with this deck, I think it's fun, but it's also super powerful. This deck is doing something legitimately very broken, and in a lot of the matches, it feels like I'm playing a different format than my opponents. It feels like I'm playing Modern or Pioneer or something, and they're playing Standard. Like, I'm playing 15 mana worth of spells on turn 4 or 3 or whatever, something crazy. It's like, that's awesome. Like, that's what like people should be doing. The only reason this deck is never going to stay on top of the metagame and be some tier 1 monster is because it is easy to hate out, right? You can put in a lot of graveyard hate and this deck will struggle. Other decks can bring in graveyard hate, I mean. But as long as they don't do that, then like right now, I think a lot of graveyard hate is being criminally underplayed. I am going to go for this now. I'm not actually going to cast anything here. So if people aren't playing Graveyard Hate, then I feel like this is not just a fun deck, it's a good choice. It's a legitimate, like if you want to win and you want to get Mythic or you want to... I could see taking this to some local metagame and just crushing people with this deck. People, like a lot of decks are just not ready for what this deck is doing. Like they can't handle what this deck is doing, right? Yeah, there's 3 permanents. Oh, I'm 1 permanent short? You gotta be kidding me. Well, let's get the Bitter Triumph back anyway. Yeah, it is quite fun, though. Disenchant Stork of Midnight, Stroke of Midnight, yeah. Yeah, they could be. Well, yeah, but nobody's playing like Disenchant, right? You're right. Like technically, those cards are legal in Standard, but those aren't seeing any play. I think Stroke of Midnight is now starting to see a little bit of play. I've seen it a little bit in the last couple of days, but like Disenchant, I haven't seen at all once ever in Standard. Big fan of the bear taking all the dumb lands. Yeah, it is kind of cool, right? The bear ends up actually being pretty good. It was a card that I'm still like, I don't know. Like even now, I'm like, it's good, but then other times, like I wonder if there's something with higher impact than the bear. Like if Titan of Industry was still in Standard, I wouldn't be playing Lumra, but it's not. So yeah. The nice thing here, I can cast Terror Tide off the Founding, and when the Terror Tide resolves, it's going to be 4, -4, right? Oh, this guy's a 5 now? Oh, never mind, because they gained a life. Oh, so fucking annoying. They're staying exactly one card, or one toughness ahead of me here. I have to bounce it. I have no choice here. I have to just bounce this. Okay. It's fine. We'll Founding again. And I'm going to start on 1 again. Even though I have nothing to cast. Pass. Okay. Now if they replay it, I can sweep it. And I can Founding Mill, maybe hit a Squirming Emergence, and then Chapter 3 Founding, Squirming Emergence, and attracts it back into play or something. Refill. Let's see what they do. But yeah, the bear is good. The bear is very good. I've been impressed with it too. It's better than I thought it was going to be, actually. But I think, I feel like the Standard's big. There's a lot of big stuff out there that you can cheat into play. Big dumb dorks that, you know, Bonnie Paul is really big. There's, okay, thanks. God, I hate that. Just wait till great, thank you. Wait till I'm in between rounds. Why would it do that? It's like Windows when I'm in the middle of a game and it pops up. There's an update. I want to just burn it all to the ground when that happens. I lose my mind when Windows makes my game crash because it pops up an update. Anyway, yeah, the bear is good. I just feel like there might be something better. I tried the Vaultborn Tyrant. That was okay. Like it was good against aggro and stuff, but you just don't need it against the mid-range decks. I tried Bonnie Paul. It was okay. Like, I don't even know. Tyrannex Rex is good, but that's more of a sideboard card. No Squirmings, huh? Sure. So I'm at 7 here. Okay, pass. Huh. I could kill the Deep Cavern with the Terror Tide under it. I'm gonna wait till they play some stuff here. There you go. Playing it pre-combat. Don't know if I love that. Oh, they want to gain the life off these. That's why. Okay. Terror Tide's -7 to -7 now. I'm not even worried about it. Oh, can you blow up my Founding? Oh, main deck? Oh, no, this is post-sideboard. Okay, good. So they bring in Enchantment Hate is kind of wild. On each target player? That doesn't matter. Okay. Damn, so I can't Squirming Emergence here, sadly. Get to kill one of these. But lots of ways to still squirm. Actually, I literally have 4 squirming in my deck, but we get to sweep here, so I think we'll be fine regardless of what we draw. Put that Bitter Triumph back in our hand. And they have nothing. So, top deck war. I've got big, giant, you know, things in my yard. I just top deck 1 Squirming Emergence, and we're back in it. They have this dork. Yep. Yep. Cruelty of Gix. That puts Atraxa into play. I guess that's probably good enough. I'm at 5. It means if they top deck a removal spell, I could still die. No, they wouldn't have enough mana to activate. Yeah, let's just Cruelty back Atraxa here. I think it's fine. Not your graveyard. Mine. Okay. Guess I'll get the white source here, just in case. Doesn't really matter. Alright, top deck away, friendo. Gotta draw an answer to Atraxa right off the top here, otherwise you are in trouble. No! Bitter Triumph, discard, and then, whatever. Doesn't matter. They die. Okay. There may be something more valuable than Bear. The smoothing is nice, and you know, again, one of the advantages of this Reanimator deck is you can cast all the things in the deck, right? You can hard cast Atraxa, you can hard cast even if you self-mill that one basic plains, Lumra puts all the lands back into play from your graveyard, so you can always hard cast whatever after you play Lumra. You can just easily hard cast a Portal to Phyrexia, right? I think control is good. I think the win con isn't one single thing anymore. There is no Hull Breaker or whatever, like big thing. Jace is kind of still, you know, can fill that role, but most blue-white control decks I see don't even touch Jace. The win con is built into your draw engine. The win con is Caretaker's Talent. Going to chapter 3 and killing them with a bunch of 3/3 fish from your fountain ports, or 3/3 rabbit tokens from your carrot cake or whatever. I think carrot cake's a card that I'm not crazy about in the control decks, but like Boros control and blue-white control, they're using Boros obviously has the foundry or the Urabrask's Forge, right? That card is insane. That card is a very great way to end the game. But even in blue-white control, I think just the enchantment is already enough. And then with Elspeth bringing it back, you always have your win con coming back. You have 4 copies of your win con. That enchantment just needs to get to the 3rd chapter, and you just need to make a bunch of tokens off the fountain ports, and that'll kill them very quickly. I think that is the best win con in blue-white right now. I think I wouldn't be trying to put a Stoic Sphinx in my deck or a Ezrim or whatever. Ezrim even triggers the Caretaker's Talent. Like, it seems like the perfect card. I just don't think you need it. I would rather just have more answers that buy me more time to just do the tokens thing. Do the token, kill them with the tokens, kill them with the fish, kill them with the bunnies. That's the win con. So I do think blue-white is good. I think that's how you should be winning your games, and then the whole deck you should be building around that. It really already is. The blue-white control decks are now Caretaker's Talent decks. So that is your win con. It's your draw engine, and just make sure you have a way to recur it in case people destroy, because there are a lot of destroy enchantment effects, but not a lot of exile enchantments. So as long as you have Elspeth to bring back your enchantments, like if you can ultimate Elspeth, or I don't know, maybe you play Sarah Paragon as kind of a pseudo way to make sure you don't lose, you know, and bring back those Caretaker's Talents. But either way, I think that is the win con. That's how I lose against blue-white. With this deck and with other decks, they grind me out with tokens. Eventually their enchantments start pumping their tokens, and from there it's like 2 shots and they kill me. They do like 9 damage and then 9 damage and I'm dead. You know, they get into a little bit of chip damage or whatever off stuff, but gotta mulligan this. Okay. Okay, probably should keep the black actually. Ditch the blue. I can go Picklock. If Picklock finds another Picklock, we could have a turn for, you know, Atraxa or something here. We'll see. When I'm playing Domain, I hate when I draw lands, but I also want... Yeah, right. Well, that's why those cycling lands were so nice, the tri-lands. But the new Surveil lands do a good job of making sure you don't get flooded in the late game, assuming you draw them or whatever. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's one of the issues of playing a 27-land deck. So Control or Domain, they need to make a bunch of land drops, but then after a certain point, they don't need any more. Just like this deck. I need a certain threshold of permanence in the graveyard, but once I'm past that threshold, I never mill myself. I stop milling myself. I don't cast Picklock Prankster unless there's something specific that I'm looking for. Oops, grabbed the wrong card. You know, I start milling my opponent because I know I could just Jace them out later or whatever, right? Yep. Another white-black mid-range deck playing Caretaker's Talent and a bunch of token nonsense. Sure. I'm just going to turn 3 Atraxa, I think. Or I'm going to turn 4, I should say. Try, anyway. Preacha. Ooh, Squirming in my hand. Will? I think I'm going to take Whale. Yeah, I'm going to take Whale here. Ooh, Archaeologist not bad. Kinda like that. Absorb some damage here. 2 permanents. Take the whale. Squirming for 4 here. I need to mill something huge. What should I do? I could pick lock. If I put 4 permanents in the yard, I'm in good shape, right? I can just go pick lock into whale full blast, bounce their preacher, dig more. So yeah, let's see if we can hit a hit 4 permanents off this. That would be great. Or a fabled passage would be nice if I draw something like that. This won't matter. They can take my squirming, but that's fine. I can bounce this. I can do a bunch of stuff with this. Yep, that doesn't really matter. We don't have anything to bring back right now, so... Jace? Bringing back a Jace right now doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's go pick lock main phase here, because we're going to try and do a whale full powered. 4 permanents, please. 1, 2... Oh, come on. Really? So I can Bitter Triumph. Ditch a Dark Slick. Yeah, let's just pass. I can Bitter Triumph Preacher, I guess, to stop them from drawing, but it doesn't matter what they draw. Their spells are all way too low impact. They can draw 5 more cards here. It won't matter. They won't be able to beat Atraxa filling my hand or whatever, right? I just need to find something like that. I put Portal into play. That's not bad. I'm at 7. I'm going to go to 8. Bounce. Okay. I think... Okay, thank you. Right, I did jump into another match, so they probably need to kick me out. I think I am going to kill this Preacher, actually. I don't want them drawing cards. Oop, not you. You. Okay, so that's 8 permanents, so now I can whale. I can just bounce that Deep Cavern Bat and then hardcast the Squirming Emergence here, right? So, nice. Block, take 1. Yeah, so that's my answer, I think, Cart. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if people have been experimenting with different win cons in Blue Eye Control, but nice. Terror Tide, not bad. I think I'd rather just cast Portal to Phyrexia, if that's okay. All of the things. Thanks. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, just need to mill 1 permanent out of 3. Shouldn't be too hard to do here. They discard a card. I wonder if they can get a Portal off the battlefield. It would require them to have Lauren in the main deck, but could take the Terror Tide. I already have one in hand. I think I'm just going to take a land drop here. That still puts 9 in the yard for Squirming. Just do that. I could Squirming back Atraxa too, I suppose, but why Atraxa when you can Portal and then Atraxa for free on your upkeep next turn? Right? Can you beat a Portal? Maybe they haven't considered how they're going to beat this card yet. Unless they have a Lauren in the main, I don't know. Yeah, do your worst. I'm getting a free Atraxa on my upkeep. They want to keep fighting the good fight, huh? Okay. Hmm. 5 mana. Could just Lumra here. Yeah, sure. Put all our lands into play. No attacks. Okay, so I don't know how they're getting through this, but I have Whale and Bitter Triumph to clear out their blockers and just kill them. I can do 19. Can I put another? Oh, and double Fabled Passage. That kills them, yeah. Yeah, they need something like that. More? No more? Okay, I will be bringing that Atraxa back. Don't you worry. Actually, I'm going to stop on upkeep here. And I'm going to respond to my trigger. Ah, okay, never mind. Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't think you're beating a portal. Frillback. They have Virtue. I can't believe I didn't see a Caretaker's Talent. I know they have it, so I think I'm going to go Frillback here. I don't think I need Jace. I'm going to leave in one Jace. Token stuff. How good is Cruelty of Gix here? I don't even know if that's that good. I'm going to ditch a whale. Let's just take out a whale. Today's best fixing the announcements. There was a typo in the hangar for Shroud. In the announcements? Okay, so you're talking about in the daily announcements, there was a typo for the mechanic Shroud? Was there for a year? Wow. Are you talking about on Arena here? Arena announcements? Or yeah, they announced for Arena that they fixed this? Dear God. When you said Shroud, I thought you were talking about the streamer at first. I'm like, the hangar for Shroud? Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, not Game Relay, but just the typo, yeah. Yeah, I mean, most people, I don't know if people report that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm sure there are people out there who do, but yeah, that is wild, but yeah, that is a lot. It's kind of silly, but I don't know. Those kind of things I wouldn't even care about if other stuff just functioned a bit better. But it doesn't. A lot of things don't function well on the client. The deck builder is still my biggest gripe, I think. The games, the bugged cards, like you always have to extend a little bit of forgiveness when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? Designing and programming Magic cards has to be extremely difficult and complicated. I don't know. I don't do it, but I can imagine it's got to be pretty tough to get things wrong, to not have things work right away when the set first comes out and it's some crazy mechanic that, like, you know, Emrakul take your turn or whatever. I can understand that. But the deck builder in a deck building game needs to be on point. And I'm not even talking about visual bugs. I'm talking about quality of life things. Like being able to arrange things the way I like. The way I can do on every other website that I can build decks on. Or every other, you know, Magic Online and everywhere else. You know, the deck builder is solid. But in Arena, it's terrible. The searching and all the other stuff, it's really bad. Like, that stuff is unforgivable, I think, for a deck building game. I have a land here, so I'm going to go Fairy. If I didn't have this third land, I would have gone Whale there. 4 permanents. Very nice. On our way to a very quick turn 3 Squirming Emergence. If Founding mills... Or, sorry, if I draw Squirming Emergence, Founding's going to mill another 4 cards here, or even 3 cards, and I can just turn 3 Atraxa. See if I draw Squirming. I have to get lucky off the top with it, but turn 4 is looking very likely, because not only am I going to mill 4, if there's a Squirming in those 4, I can flash it back the turn after on turn 4, or I'm going to Picklock on their end step and be able to flash, or be able to cast Squirming on my next turn, right? They should take Whale here. They might take Bitter Triumph, though. Fixing bugs. Yeah, fixing actual bugs is more important than the text, right? Like, yeah, but it is silly. It's ridiculous that it's been there so long. Something that... They took Portal. Thanks, buddy. What? Oh, there's the Squirming off the top. Turn 3 Atraxa. Ho! What? Turn 3 Portal to New Phyrexia. Good night, sweet prince. It's over now. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Well then, what was I saying about it feels like I'm playing Modern and my opponents are playing Standard? This is what I'm talking about. You play against mid-range decks and I just go turn 3. I thought I was just going to jam Atraxa there, but I got up to 9 permanents on turn 3 in the yard. I got lucky. I top-decked the Squirming because I could have easily had it. It was an almost guaranteed Portal or Atraxa turn 4. But that's crazy. And yeah, my opponent's just like, well, fuck. Like, they even duressed me. Nope, not good enough. Jesus, that's nasty. That is absolutely crazy. So Boros' best draws, you can still blunt them. You can put in Atraxa on turn 3, and then they go for the full swing, assuming you're on the play. If they're on the play and you're 1 turn behind them, they can still kill you with their nut draw. But if you have your nut draw and they have their nut draw, you win against Boros Convoke with this deck. That's what feels so ridiculous. Anyway. But they discarded my portal, yeah. What? Oh, yeah, I gotta restart or whatever. You know what? This might be a good time to go get Neo a treat. We've got to restart the client. Apparently there was an update. I'm gonna run to the bathroom too here. Neo's not here right now. We'll give him some love. Neo, come here, bud. You want a treat, bud? You want a treat? I gotta speak really high. My tone has to be quite high, and then he knows. Neo, you want a treat, bud? Come here. You want a treat? He's. I can't hear him. I know he's sleeping, and if he's so smart, he knows I'm bullshitting him. If he knows I'm bullshit, he thinks that I don't actually have a treat, he's not gonna come over here. Neo! You want a treat, bud? Come here! Come here, oh my god! It's the best treat ever, Neo! Now I'm just really... Now he's coming like, god damn it, fine, what? I hear him coming. Neo, come here, bud! Yes! Okay, you want a big, good one? A really good treat, bud? Okay, house? House? Neo, go to house. Good boy. Stay. You stay there, okay? Be right back. Good boy. Bugger, he didn't stay, did he? Because I went to get his treat. Oh, now you're being so good. Oh, you're sitting. Look, he's staring at it. Neo, don't look at that treat, bud. Don't look at that treat. Don't look at that treat. Treats over here. You don't look at that. Treats here. Don't look at that treat. Good. Don't look at that. Good boy. Poor guy. This is a greenie. This is his favorite. It's like a toothbrush looking thing. Okay, bud. There you go. Good boy. Oh, you're gonna go enjoy it over there? Okay, bye. Alright. Hydrate, thank you, Super Scores. Oh, I have only a little bit left. I need something else here. Discard Portal? For what? Yeah, it makes no sense. Deck builder features aren't bugs, though. What are we talking about? No, those aren't bugs. Yeah, I'm talking about features. I'm actually talking about quality of life stuff. Like, this program could be a lot better. But, anyway, yeah, like the deck builder aspect I really want finished. I think bugs aren't even my first priority. Like if they're game-breaking bugs, then they need to be fixed immediately. Like if it's something that people can exploit, it needs to be, that's priority number one. After that, it's like, yeah, typos or like really rare bugs, like they have to be found, like, sure, and dealt with, but if they're not affecting like standard, then it's fine. Like all these alchemy cards and stuff like that takes a back seat too. I think just making the deck builder better and making the experience on Arena a little bit more like the deck building specifically needs to be better. It needs to be more streamlined. I need to be able to do more with my deck. It's got to be more flexible. Like I don't know why I can't even arrange cards the way I want. I should be able to put cards wherever I want in my deck. When I import a deck, if I import a deck list and it just randomly chooses a format, like why can I not select the format that I'm importing before I even import the list? That way it doesn't, I import a standard deck and it puts it as a limited deck and all the cards are in my sideboard. And then I have to like, and it puts a bunch of copies of random stuff. And I'm just like, why would it do this? It makes no sense. I'm importing a 60 card deck with a 15 card sideboard and it puts it as a limited deck and ruins the whole thing. And I have to like that stuff. That's mind boggling that it's still like that. That's crazy. Oh, come on. Brutal draws here. We'll mull to 5, I guess. New updated surprise ban list. Squirmy got it. There you go. I could keep this on the draw. I have Harvester to interact early. Double founding is good, but I'm gonna go to 5 here. Oh, this is 5. What am I doing? I want a mulligan more, damn it! I keep cruelty in my opening hand. It gives me something to discard, but no, I'm just gonna keep all the lands, right? Yeah. Our deck is powerful enough that I can win on multi 5s. I won on a multi 4 with this deck already. What am I fetching? I have everything. I drew the basic planes, so I guess I'll get another green source here, just so I can hardcast Lumra maybe at some point. Okay. Duress me. Oh, close. Yup. Feast your eyes on this. Watch them say good game here. No. Good. Don't say that, but you never know. I expect the worst from arena opponents, usually. Glisa! Uh-huh. Oh, no. Drawing 2 lands off the top was not ideal on this multi-5. Maybe we can still draw out of this? I mean, it's not a super fast clock here, but them drawing cards means we're probably gonna... They're gonna increase the pressure very quickly. Okay. Still nothing. Cruelty of Gix. I can Demonic Tutor for something. Oh, no, you have another bat. Okay, great. Could draw Terror Tide, and suddenly we're back in the game. I don't know. Oh, Terror Tide's not killing anything, though, now, is it? So it has to be Bitter Triumph. And then maybe... Cruelty. Okay. Let's do this. If I take 3... Yeah, I'm gonna go DT here. They're just gonna take it from my hand, right? Okay. They're gonna blow up Cruelty here. No, they're gonna draw cards. I mean, there's nothing in the yard to reanimate, but maybe on my upkeep or draw step, I draw a Bitter Triumph, so let's stop here. Well, this is on upkeep. That was a crazy draw on upkeep there. Yeah, this is why you stop on your upkeep. This is a draw step right now. We're on draw step. There's an Atraxa. Oh my god. Cruelty trigger. Atraxa into play. Ah! You thought you were gonna win? They're probably gonna win still. I have a Terror Tide still in my hand, though. So we get the trigger here. I might be able to still win this game. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Draw 6. Okay. So I'm definitely going to Terror Tide. They don't know we have it, but I've got 6 permanents in the yard now, so that's all I really need here. Clean this up. They have no creature land to kill me with. I get my 2 cards back. Discard Atraxa again here. And I'm going to discard maybe Jace. I don't need... Let's just discard a land, actually. Let's keep Jace. The one thing, you know, I might use Jace to win this game still, and if I put it in my graveyard, it's a little bit vulnerable to a Restless Cottage. This was a multi-5, and we drew all lands, and they double batted us, but we're back in it, baby. I might still win this game. That is wild. Yeah, sure. We can have all this nonsense. I don't care. Yeah, double bitter triumphs here. I would love to get a portal in the yard. What are the odds I hit a portal off a Philology Archaeologist? 3 life. I'm at 3 life. Atraxa's not going to stabilize us because they are... they are going to have a removal spell for it, right? I need a portal or another sweeper. So I'm actually going to lead with Archaeologist here, I think. I'll play this. And portal would be super duper. Can I hit one of those? Not cool. Not bad, though. I'll take a whale. So I can go Founding. Sure. Weird, but okay. I could just Bitter Triumph here, to be honest. But I kind of like Wailing. And again, Whale offers me another opportunity to put a portal into the graveyard here and just bring back Portal. Or I could even bring back like one with the multiverse if I mill it, and then cast Cruelty for free. Oh, shit. Shitty mills. Okay. Damn it. So do I just Bitter Triumph this idiot? They have 1 card left. If I bring back Atraxa and they have a removal spell, I die. I should just Wail again, right? Or should I? I should just Wail again. God, Wail is so insane when you have it full blast. And this thing is on 1. Okay, so I've got more than enough permanents here. Okay, I'm going to take Founding. Mill 2. Okay, you're up. They top deck. They toss their Quirion whatever nonsense. Okay, this guy does something. Sure. What else do you have here? Land. Founding's going to mill them for 4. Yeah, just a bunch of dorks. I can murder dorks. I can murder dorks all day. I think their last card is a Doomblade here to go for the throat. You can get milled. I have enough permanents already. Let's go Founding number 2. Bitter Triumph. Discard a card. I think I'll ditch Cruelty. Sure. Distribute your counters. You kill that thing too. I think I'm going to play Atraxa first, though. Atraxa. Bitter Triumph up still. There she is. Lum-Lums? Sure. I'm gonna leave those in the deck. I don't need them. Could Squirming again here. No need. We pass. Okay. I think I win on this multi-5, and you double batted me, and I had like 2 draws. Like turn 3 and 4, I drew land or something. Oh no! That could kill me out of nowhere. Okay. But that they can't kill me, can they? This does double. Okay, so let's just discard a card, kill this. Don't need Portal anymore. GG. Woo, multi-5. Doing big things. Big things over here. Don't even give me an inch. I will take a mile. They gave us 1 opening, and we got it. We top-decked that Squirming, and I had some... Did I top deck Squirming? I can't remember how I got out of it. I also Cruelty'd up the Terror Tide. That was a clutch, thing to pull. They didn't know I had it, and I was able to sweep there, get my stuff back. That's what originally stabilized me. And then it was just pretty elementary from there, right? So they're going to bring in Graveyard Hate against me. Tranquil Frillback and stuff, which I can't interact with. Like, my counters don't touch Frillback. My Frillbacks can't, like, kill their Frillback or whatever. Like, I can't stop them. But... Tidebinder could be interesting at stopping a Frillback. That's really the only thing I have. I could even side in another Jace. The reality is this matchup is so good for us already that... Wow, they're playing Evolved Sleeper as well? Holy cow. Of course, they have their little combo. It's very aggressive. I don't think I'm going to side in Malicious Eclipse, though, but I could see siding in another Terror Tide. Maybe I don't play Jace here. I'm going to play a 3rd Terror Tide, just in case. And what should I toss? I'll cut one archaeologist. See how this goes. Did you talk about when to mulligan? Sure, Skintos. So what you're looking for is any hand that has at least 2 mana. You really only need 2 lands, especially if you're on the draw. You will find a 3rd land, but you have so many ways to find another land, like from the Whale of the Forgottens and that kind of stuff. I will keep, like, look at this hand. So, you know, I don't need anything big. That's usually bad, but it doesn't matter if you have big stuff because you have Bitter Triumph to discard it. What's more important is you're looking at, do I have lands and do I have a way to mill and either find more lands or double mill? So if I have Founding and a Fairy, or Founding and a Whale of the Forgotten, you know, I would keep this hand. But right now this hand is sketchy. We're on the draw, but this doesn't mill. Like, it mills, but I want to have already stuff in my yard before I mill with this. I want another mill card first before I play this. So I don't actually think I want to keep this hand. And the 2 big things in the hand don't matter. Even a Squirming, you don't need a Squirming right away, but your nut draw involves finding a Squirming. But the best hands to keep don't have any of this, Squirming or the big stuff. They have Founding, Fairy, Archaeologist, Whale of the Forgotten, all the 2 mana cards that dig you deeper. Those are the best hands. So this has 2 of those things already. So this is a good hand. This is an easily keepable hand. The other thing to remember when putting stuff on the bottom, always put your basics back in your deck when you mulligan, because you need to keep the deck stocked with basics for Fabled. You will mill basics. And having a Fabled come down and not being able to crack it and get a land because you have no more in your deck on, you know, it's turn 5, you need to slam that Cruelty or whatever, is devastating. So you're always putting back basics. What else can I say? Anyway, I'm going to do that here. And then this is interesting. I probably get another black source with this, even though I'm not a big fan of